So this is part 3, the exercises. Nice. So rub and yeah, and you know, I just do, you do totally which you want to do, because you know what you can do, and then you pick up the things you like the most. And I will not talk, I will just do it. So you can concentrate on what you're doing. Don't forget the mount. The other mount. Press your finger chakras. And massage your hand chakra. Oh, I forgot this one. The hand gymnastics become so strong. Shake. I had a dream that my fingers were so thin that my ring was coming off. I suddenly remember. Strange dream. So, okay. Now see if they are awake. Oh my God. They're so very awake. Yeah, you play, I check something. Zeg maar als het hoog is, hè? Zeg maar als het hoog is, hè? Je voelt heel wat. Nee, nee. Okay, so they are awake. Cool. So now you put your hand in front of your 6th chakra. Yeah, feel. Have we talked a lot about it? So how is it? First you say hello, how are you? Is it quite open? Is it more closed? Is it strong? Is it weak? Does it turn fast or slow? Do you like the way it is now? Maybe not change anything, maybe just say hello, sorry, and notice. Sorry. And we are going to charge this chakra in a very nice way. Yeah, so imagine that you are somewhere in a hotel, in a nice hotel, and you open it is morning, and you open the curtains, and then all the light comes in, and you say, oh no, that's too light, and you do your hands in front of your head, your eyes. So this is, you stroke your forehead as if opening the curtains wide while inhaling, and then oh no, too light, and you close them again. So open the curtains, inhaling, close them again. Do it at your own pace. Maybe you want to do it like a couple of times. 3 times. Last time. I keep my hands in front of this because I like this so much. And just feel how this feels. Does this change anything? You can put your hands in your lap if you want. Harvest this energy from open and closing. The opening and closing was just a metaphor, but from charging this chakra. Does it feel differently? Yes, no, maybe, I don't know, are all legit answers. Oh, yeah. Now when you are sitting here, go to that safe place in your body. Maybe you always have the same place and maybe it is different every time, but feel what is a safe place now in your body and put your hand on it. Feel it. It's nice with such a charged hand to put it on the place in your body. It really feels a lot of energy. And we have young people here. Of course, we are going to the 6, 7 years of your life. That is 35 till 42. And if you're not there, you don't have a 6th chakra. That's just too bad. And and of course, we say in this age it develops more. So you're at the beginning of a beautiful development. But of course, it's always there, and it has developed more. So you think of a memory from this period, and if this period is just beginning, any memory that makes you that gives you a happy conclusion about the view of yourself, of the world, any clairvoyant memory you can have, as long as it makes you happy. So you don't have to go into the age, Imar, but just, hey, do I have a memory of a clairvoyant thing, of, oh my God, now I look at myself this way, now I look at myself that way, which is a very happy memory. And you take that. And feel where that memory resides in your body, if it does. And if it resides anywhere, you put your other hand there, and maybe it is the same place as you have now. And those two things are your anchor.
Heb je even in het Nederlands wat met een clairvoyant? Wat bedoel je? Moet je Engels hetzelfde zinsgat hebben?
Yeah. Suppose you were 5 and suddenly you saw an angel or something, or 13, and suddenly you thought, oh my God, I see my great grandfather. Those kind of memories, yeah. Or maybe suddenly you thought, Oh my God, I like myself actually. Oh wow, remember that. There is that. So, and now from this, let's chant the mantra Om, because I like Om so much. There we go. Om. So, and now imagine that you are in your own cinema. And the movie Ajna, the 6 7 years of culture, the 6 7 years of Imer, the 6 7 years of Ria, the 6 7 years of Bianca is about to play. Subtitle is The Origin Development of the Sixth Chakra. And you're actually at that point if you are 34. And if you are not there yet, in your 35, you can pick a scene that influenced your conclusion on your sixth chakra, so your view, your clairvoyance, or whatever, in a negative way. It's not all the things that happened, but the highlights and the determining moments of this period. And then you choose the most significant event or series of events from which you have drawn an unhelpful conclusion about yourself, if any. So I will repeat, this chakra is about how you feel yourself, how you feel the world, your vision, clairvoyance, gathering information on cosmic level, looking behind limits of space and time, ability to have a neutral objective point of view beyond emotion. So those are a lot of things to choose for. I would go for how you view yourself, but you can choose. So any conclusion that makes you have an unhelpful view of yourself and the world, any conclusion that inhibits your clairvoyance, your ability of gathering information on a cosmic level, looking beyond space and time, to have a neutral objective point of view beyond emotions, you can take to change. So choose that scene or compilations of scenes. What was the conclusion about yourself? And remember, you drew that conclusion because you were helpless in a way, even though you were already or will be already of this age. Let it play. I give you some time. And some of you might be very quick and have it already, and some take longer time. If you have the scene already and you get bored, you go to the bar, order some nuts or chips or whatever tasty thing and a drink, and you take a pause. Keep breathing, yeah. You're safe in your chair. Now, since you are also the movie director, you can recruit or edit some support or help in this scene. You already have a guardian or even guardians. You know, it can be the angel, the grandpa, a friend, whatever being helps you. Music, nature. Maybe you rewind the scene and invite him or her or it in the scene and let him protect you and defend you if necessary. And you know, maybe the very presence of your guardian will change the scene. See how it plays out with his help. You win in whatever way, that's the idea. And winning is healing. So take your time, let it play out. And again, if you are quick, well, maybe you can play the scene over and over again because you like it, or you go to the bar, have an ice cream and a cup of coffee. Take it back and be seated in your chair. Now, if you are ready, let the energy of others, except your guardian, color dark blue and flush it. Oh, I totally forgot to that you make a big screen with a funnel and a sprinkler, but I reckon you have done that just in a split second by playing the movie. So flush all the dark blue out and draw another conclusion. And your guardian might help with that. Now copy the scene, so you have 2 copies now, and put one healed scene in your 6th chakra. So it's nice if it stays there. And put the other healed scene into your sphere. And now you know it is the 8th chakra also, half a meter above your head. And fill yourself with the energy, with that energy of that healed scene, all the way to the shell of your aura. So let it rain upon you, in you, through you, all the energy of that healed scene, of that healed conclusion in your head, where already that scene is. Your shoulders, your arms, to your hands. Might you sigh a little bit? your chest, belly, bottoms, legs, all the way into your aura. Fill it with a beautiful conclusion about yourself. And it even forms a thick shell. Nice to walk with this conclusion, with a nice conclusion about yourself. Always check your grounding and feel how it feels to live with this new conclusion. And you enjoy. And if you have enjoyed enough, then you can open your eyes so I can see. I'm always so curious about your adventures, like this is some kind of treat, It is a treat of yourself. I'm going to the movie. And it is a treat for me to hear it. So.
Can I go first? Because I have to leave in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, coach. Yeah.
Well, actually, I didn't have one scene that my clairvoyant memory, or we think, was restored. I had a lot of bad luck during that time, but Richard was born when I was 37.
Oh wow.
I had the intuition that the cord,
Umbilical cord, yeah.
was around his neck, and with both with Floriana and Richard, I had the delivery in the hospital, and the gangvolk was.
Oh yeah, to invoke the pregnancy, the birth,
delivery,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, the delivery.
And I said to the gynecologist then that he needed to be born because the cord was around his neck. And he is born 2 weeks early, and he came out, cord around his neck, fully blue. But they because I said there's something wrong, I need to be there. He was directly given oxygen, and he's fine. So I had a very good sense of intuition there was something wrong with him.
Very
I didn't wait for the 40 weeks, the 38 weeks he was born.
Incredible.
So there my intuition worked.
Really? Yeah, it did.
And another thing, this is the first time when I was 40, and the first time we had breast cancer, and I knew there was something wrong. So I had to go to the GP, and he wouldn't listen. I went back, and I went back, and I went back until after 3 months. Then they went on holiday, and there was some other GP who was taking over and said, I go now again, and I tell her there's something wrong. And she sent it to the hospital immediately, and it was wrong. So I had a good intuition there.
Wow.
And another example is that Marcel, we were in Utrecht. We had to pick up a new car from work. And we're sitting there, and he was talking to somebody, and he got up to walk with that man to the stairs. And I thought, he's falling down. So I ran after him. I was too late. He was at the bottom of the stairs. So in that period, a lot of nasty things happened, but I could trust my intuition.
Yeah.
And now looking back at that, also in work, some of my bosses, she once said to me, you don't always have to explain why you do things. Just trust your intuition because you're always right. So I have no guardian. I have nothing nasty, not anything happening that I did not trust my intuition. It just makes me now more aware to really trust my intuition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I was awake after the first step of this, because nothing came up. Really, nothing came up. Cool. I have to trust myself.
Yeah, that's a very good discovery, because you already know that, but this emphasizes that. Trust your
Yeah,
intuition,
yeah,
trust yourself.
yeah,
Cool, cool. And if you ever want to do something, you can look at the conclusion you draw about yourself, about your vision of yourself.
yeah. But
If you ever want, don't need to.
yeah, I don't think in that period there was anything which made me feel uh, bad or have a wrong. Yeah, it was not a nice period, but I don't. It's very strange that in that period I have nothing that I think. Well, I started thinking about myself in the wrong
In a
way.
negative way.
Perhaps
Good.
the period behind the next period it will, but
Yeah.
not in this period.
Well, that's cool.
Um,
You know, it's also cool to discover sometime a period is just healed. It's just intact.
yeah, yeah,
Beautiful.
it can happen.
Yeah, it can
Yeah,
happen.
yeah.
Whew, you
Nothing
know,
there,
phew.
nothing there. Yeah.
Oh, very sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing. And I know you have to go in a minute, you know, so
Yeah, 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 yeah.
thank you. Cool. So, do you point something or does someone?
Can I go next?
Yes.
Thank you. I have to do bioenergy at 6 p.m. So I want to
Oh,
get ready
okay.
for that. That's
Thank
half
you,
an hour
coach.
from now.
Yeah, cool. We
That's
will
really,
make it.
that's really cool, Coachy, actually, because that helped me with mine. So I was just thinking of different memories I have, and one was and a good one was when I saw my granny passing before she did, and it was 2 days before she did, and it happened in meditation, and
Wow.
it was very powerful, because I ended up being with my grandmother when she passed.
Oh, because of that vision.
Yeah,
Cool.
I think so. I thought the vision was because I was going to miss it, and that was my
Mm-mm.
goodbye. But it ended up me being with her and knowing then nearly not knowing what to say, but knowing where she was and just feeling so heartfelt because I knew it was just pure love. And that was a lovely memory. Um, and then I thought of another memory when I was a teenager and I saw a spirit in my house. Um, and I didn't tell anybody because I thought that they'd think I'm mad, you know?
Yeah.
So I said nothing. And months went by, and my sister and I were washing the ware, and we started talking about, spirits and different things. And I told her, and she said, I saw the same thing. So, and this would be my sister now, who is very much like terrified. Or when I talk to her about different signs I get, she'd be like, "Oh my God, no, it's so scary," So it was really eye opening. She didn't think I was mad. She saw the same thing,
Nice.
and but in saying that, I am very different to the family, and I do often get the, oh yeah, oh Ema.
Oh, dus immer.
Yeah. My brother-in-law told me at the weekend that his nickname for me is the White Witch.
Oh,
No, I don't mind,
absolutely.
but all of these things stay in there, and they mess with my confidence, and they make me, not they make me, they don't, but I doubt myself.
Yes.
And it's really amazing to hear Kutya then talk about her period of 35 to 42, where it was like, yeah, just trust your intuition. And when I saw my guardians, it was my grandfather and my grandmother. And I flushed all the blue energy. And when I flushed all the blue energy, I could see more clearly. And I could see other realms more clearly when all of the other energy was gone. And the message was, just don't mind what anyone else thinks. This is you, and trust yourself. This is you. You can do this. And we're here. So it was really powerful.
Wow, cool.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. What a discovery. Actually a rediscovery. And now so beautiful that when the blue color flushed, you could see more clearly and far more trust.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you go into the spirit, so prepared.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I feel so blessed that literally next January I'm turning 35. And yeah, it's exciting.
Exciting. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you for the sharing. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Um, I, will I point somebody?
Yeah, you can.
I'll go to Ria again. Beside me on the screen.
Well, okay. This was, I think, overall a happy period in my life. So
Nice.
I saw a lot of pictures from what happened and was great. That was when Jana was born. So that was a very happy pregnancy and a very happy time in the first years with her. My husband was not very present because that was the time when he went for his PhD and started to work at the university. Goodbye, Kotje.
Goodbye, coach. Have fun.
So, but I knew that, and I had accepted it from the beginning on. So I spent a lot of time with other women and children, and it was really fantastic. I met so many different women, and it was great to spend all this time with the minors, with the tiny ones, and I had a lot of other children in my home. So when they were babies or
Oh.
when they were in the kindergarten, I had one girlfriend. She and my daughter, her daughter and my daughter, they were born within 1 week. And I had on the same floor where I was living back then another couple with whom we were friends, and they had a boy 1 year older than Jana and 1 year younger than Jana, and we exchanged the kids. So, and they were there for years, and so Jana grew some kind up with siblings. So
Yeah.
that was fantastic, and I really like to be with the kids. I think in those years I was with my whole heart a mom. Yeah. And I could enjoy the time very much. And I traveled a lot with her. I went back and forth to my best friend's house in another part of Germany. She was her godmother, and I wanted to be them really to develop a close relationship together. I traveled a lot to the States with Jana, back and forth. And one time I spent 4 months with her there, always at the same friend's house. So she doesn't recall that time. She was too young, but I had all my friends in the States are gay, and it was great to spend time with them and that little girl that really was in their heart so much. So, and it was easy traveling with her. She was such an easygoing kid, and when we flew, all the people in the airplane liked her because she was so funny. So I met a lot of interesting people, women and men, with Jana. So, and I had a lot of freedom because Ralph was so busy studying and researching and all that stuff, that I had all the freedom in the world to do whatever I wanted. I mean, I missed him, and I often say this was not good, that he was not so present. So that was the two, and sometimes I was really mad, but as I said last time, but in general, it was a good time. And when she was 3, I went back to school full time for 1 year. It was great. And I started one of my therapeutic educations at the same time as an expressive arts and dance therapist. And this therapeutic education was fantastic. Wow. So it was just great. And when I finished it, I worked at an agency with kids with HIV and AIDS, and I did a lot of dance theater projects. Are you going to?
Fun.
Okay, goodbye.
Yeah. Go and do a session. What success with your session? Okay, come. Yeah.
And that was a very creative time, because I had to develop everything out of myself, because there was not a lot that I could use that was already available. And it was great to work with dancers, with people from the theater as a therapist, and see what impact it had on the children. The not so good thing, and that's the thing where I draw my conclusions from, was when Jana was about 1 year old. I had a dentist treatment, and he damaged my teeth, basically all of them in the upper jaw, in a very bad way. And I winded up in pain for about 4 years. And a specialist, a couple of years later, restored them. But it was not easy to restore the damage. And the years before, basically the happy years, they were overshadowed with tremendous pain. So, and I was on pain treatment, and all these years, that's one of the reasons why we did not have a second child too. And the conclusion, that was really awful. And the conclusion I draw from it, it was so awful that I forgot half of it now, while the rest of you were talking. And the only thing I can come up with, it was somehow in the direction, no matter what I do, I cannot break the cycle of physical suffering in this life.
Oh my God.
I have to suffer all the time. So, and yeah, because if nothing is happening with ears or with the immune system, or that came way later, always something is happening. It's just the cycle. I cannot, and I mean, it's from my early years on, yeah. And then my guardian showed up. That's my guardian angel. And she said, this is really awful, but I will never leave you alone.
Oh.
She said that before other incidents too. She said, I will go through it with you. We get out of it. And then we watched a long time what was happening with that dentist and everything. And then the intuition thing came, and she said, you really have to be careful whom you entrust your body. You have to be much more careful than other people, and you have to look closely at the people you're entrusting yourself, and you have to trust your intuition. And I think this was a man I had been for 15 years, but I remember that there were weird things when the treatment started. So, but because I was so long there, I kind of went over it. So we looked at that scene, and then I put my head in her hands. So we were sitting there for a while, and she said, don't look back.
Okay.
It's over.
Wow.
We cannot take it away. We cannot change it. We cannot make that it didn't happen. Do not look back. That's not good for you. And look into your future and make sure you're not touched by people that are not good for you. Wow. So that's the positive conclusion, and that no matter what anyone else says, you have to trust yourself, and you need to take time to really be fully aware whom you're entrusting your body, because I have a couple of major experiences with that, also with the loss of my hearing ability, where I think I was not in the hand of the right people, and the damage was big. So yeah, but this kind of the half of the conclusion is this way. The other one I forgot, and I think this sitting with me right now, this issue of the cycle of physical incidents, of physical suffering, and wanting to get out of that, because I think this is still something I carry with me. When will that stop? And something within me that believes it's never gonna end. Maybe this is my destiny. So I'm coming out of that with the feeling of happiness, about really happy years, with all I've experienced, except that's one. But also with sadness that I really have the feeling this is kind of imprinted within my, I don't know where, system, that no matter what I do, I cannot break that cycle. but I would like to. I really would like to end that. Yeah.
And the help of your guardian, did that break the cycle or not?
No,
Oh, okay.
I think I was kind of mixed up at the end, and I was going at a slow pace,
Hmm.
and that was what she said, but she did not break it. No.
Oh no, yeah, she said, I will be with you and don't look back. Maybe the don't look back part will help in breaking the cycle. It is not exactly maybe breaking it, but will help in breaking it.
But is the guardian
Conclusion.
supposed to break the cycle? Is the guardian supposed to change something in the movie?
Yeah, that could be. Yeah. Not have to, but could be.
Could be.
Yeah.
Did you say something like that? Look at it, how the guardian is changing, or is that something that shows up by itself?
Uh, well, the guardian angel is helping to, so to say, to change that scene. And of course, it happened. You cannot change literally what happened. If a tooth has come out, you cannot put it back in the scene. But uh, but you draw a conclusion from that, and that is, I will always suffer physically, and that conclusion you can change, and the guardian can help you change that conclusion, and your body, your deeper brain don't know if it actually happened, or if you imagine it happened. So if the conclusion is by that guardian, well, this was the last time, or now in this year. Now it will never happen again, look at this, whatever, I don't know, I'm just making things up. Then the conclusion goes, okay, the cycle can be broken, she could give you that message, yeah.
But she
Because,
didn't give me that message. She just gave me the message, it's
yeah,
over, don't look back, and
yeah,
make sure for the future you are not entrusting your body and yourself anyone that's not good for you. But
yeah,
how can Aunai break the cycle?
well, that could be part of breaking the cycle, because if you have something and you go to, something happens with your nose, I don't know, and you go to a specialist, then you follow her advice. Be very careful with who you entrust your body with. So you look at it, or you inform, or whatever you do to see, is this, and you trust your intuition also, because you sensed weird things with that one guy, but you went over it. And if you do that, then this is what I get out of it. You break the cycle. Like, okay, you understand?
Yeah,
But
I
it
do.
takes some work from your part, Because, and it matches perfectly what we said you said in the beginning, like, ignore people who are not good for you, and this is the same. And draw your line, and it's the same with I say nose as if something is happening to you, but something is happening. Okay, not good, I ignore him. Not good, I ignore that one. That one seems to be nice, a good one. So listen to my intuition. Maybe ask your guardian angel. Have you any advice for me? What do you think? Use all your tools, your intuition, your sixth chakra, your feeling, to put yourself in the hands of good physicians, so to speak. And then
Yeah.
with that you might break the cycle, because a part of it is, of course, bad luck, and not be able to listen to your intuition and to the signs.
Yeah, but there's another thing in it. When I think about the autoimmune illness,
Yeah,
that's not signs or bad people or so. I just got it.
that's
I'm
just there.
I'm sick. And with
Yeah.
this breaking the cycle of not attracting or winding up with the weird illnesses, what can I do to break, if there is any karma or any destiny, to just break that and
Yeah,
stop it?
yeah. If it is karma, if that has to happen, you cannot do anything about it. The only thing but you don't know if it has to happen. That's the thing. But if it would be that, then then breaking the cycle would mean that you don't, uh, let's say, don't suffer from it. Could be the wrong words, you know, then you are, for instance, if the reuma doesn't go away, you know, whatever you try, it doesn't go away, then the art is to have that and still be happy, you know, and then you are just limited in a lot of things, and then breaking the karma means it has to play out, but you know you are not your body, and you are not your mind, and you are not your feelings. You are consciousness itself, you are love itself, and you have this experience. That is then in another way breaking karma, because then you consciousness has no karma. A body, mind, spirit has karma, conscious not. So if you go into another into your true identity, which is consciousness, then there is this pain, and there is this not nice, or maybe you don't even say it not nice, then there is this pain and there is this limitation. Do you get what I'm saying? Because it's
Yeah, I understand that. But I mean more, I don't want to attract anything else anymore.
exactly, and that you can. This you have this 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 Roma or whatever you have, but you can be able not to attract any more
Yeah, I
stuff.
believe it's possible that one day it will heal out.
Also,
So,
I also believe that.
but I don't want to attract anything else anymore.
Exactly, and in that case, if you are calling the cycle that you can break. I'm not going to attract it anymore. Yeah,
But just by making a conscious decision and an intention about that, I got my share of really severe
yes,
illnesses, and that's it.
that's it. Thank you very much. You know, okay, you know, if this is it, but no more.
Yeah, I
No
really
more.
think it's enough.
Yeah, so
So
enough. Yeah,
I mean, I feel that physically too. I really have the feeling on all levels of my being, I got
enough.
enough.
You are in this enough state, eh? You like taking space, taking no shit, you know, enough. It's a good thing. You could repeat it. Enough, you know, enough. Enough suffering, enough being treated like shit, enough whatever. Enough.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
So, Bianca,
Well, your experience is hasn't stopped in my mind, so I have to make a switch.
Flush it.
Oh yeah, that's my memories, happy memories in this period. I was a mother from Menno, and for the first 10 years of his life, and I knew then and I know now that I was a great mom. I don't yeah, I understood this child. I understand
Wow.
it. Yeah, in all levels. Yes, I made mistakes, of course, but I did quite well. And when I look back at it, it makes me smile. So it's happy energy.
Wow.
Yeah. On the other hand, now I'm not so self-assured anymore. On the other hand, in that period, there was a strong belief, conviction about me being a therapist. And I know I have my qualities, everybody has. But there is always this, not conviction, this little voice in me saying, I always could have done more. I always could have done, not better, more. Yeah, better, more. It's okay what you brought or what you gave or what you did, but you could have done more. And it's true. And then the other voice in me says, yeah, but I don't and I won't. So it's true. And the other. So there is this dialogue. And sometimes this struggle or this dialogue is what it is, and that's I think that's my lesson to learn. And then the helper came in. This was not that specific in a guardian angel or a person, but it was just a voice or just a knowing, and it said, just live with it. Live with. You could have done more if you could do more, but I do and I don't and I won't. Just live with it. Let it be. It's okay. It's meant to be this way. But then there's this switching in voices. On the one hand, I want to experience the new situation. On the other hand, there's a healthy, scary resistance. And I know it happens there in this resistance area. So there are two voices, but they are not very, they are dynamic. It's not stuck. And that's the lesson. That's the dance I have to do. And the guardian, the voice says, don't stretch out too far. Stay home, stay in with me, myself, and I. So there, and I loved hearing that. That's something I want to hear. So then there is this nagging voice saying, oh yeah, that's something you want to hear. So this is this struggle from knowing and let well alone. Just do the things I do, and just that's it. And then the other nagging voice said, well, that's too easy. Can't be true. And then the movie was always almost ended. And then the last voice said, hey, you, believe. And then, yeah, it's funny. So it's about disbelieving and knowing and let it go and just experience and not to stretch out too far. So that's where I am now in this movie.
Wow, believe. That's like also the way that voice said, "Hey, you, believe."
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. And how do you feel about it now?
I love the being on the trampoline, on the bouncing part, and so it's both true. I could have done more, but it's but I don't and I won't is very healthy for me to do. So and just to bounce and to do the dance. That's what it's all about, and it makes it more strong. So the conviction is not changed. There's more balance in both part of the movie. And the feeling makes more sense now. This is what it should. I think this is more. This feeling makes more sense. But maybe it's the nasty one. Maybe it's just because I'm too afraid to go to the resistance and to look. Maybe I do not dare to look at it. But that's all. It's okay. So it's a process.
It is a process, and I also think you could have done more. Can be true, but maybe there's another question beneath it. Why should you have done more? We always, I think, in every situation, maybe could have done more. But why? Why should we have done more? Why isn't what you have done enough? Those are nice questions
Yeah.
to answer.
Well,
Because you could have done more has in
ah,
it, so you should have done more. That
well,
might be a danger in it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's why I don't, and I won't.
Yes.
Yeah, don't stretch too far.
Yeah. That's a nice one. Don't stress too
Yeah.
far. Yeah.
And when I ask myself the question, why should I do it, then there is no answer at all. So that's an answer. But it doesn't help to do more. Why
Exactly.
should I?
Yes.
This is enough.
Exactly.
Cool. An amazing revelation.
Cool.
Ah, I write it down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah. So, thank you for listening.
Yeah,
The
of
feedback.
course. Yeah. You're welcome, sweetheart. So, are you two ladies in for a healing mantra? Yeah, I think so, eh? So I will sing the Buddha healing mantra, and you can just read because it's so nice. You know, the last time was really tears and heavy, and this one was much lighter. And you never know, eh? You never know what's happening. So this was a surprisingly light thing with some struggle, but you know, overall it was light. And but still, you have worked hard. Still, so it's so nice now to relax and receive and heal the thing. There is already a revelation. I could have done more. Why? you know, and uh, and for Ria, all the suffering, the physical suffering. Let the mantra come in and heal, support as well as your physical things, as well as the conclusion, uh, you know, as well as the enough thing. Let it strengthen the enough thing. Yeah, is that a good idea, beautiful ladies? Yeah, good idea. Yeah. So there we go. You relax now. Don't have to do anything. So you cannot do more because you don't do anything. So you could do so much now, but you don't do anything. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaishya Guru Vaidurya Prabharatsaya Tatakataya Arate Samyaksham Buddhaya Teata Om Begaja Begaja Maha Begaja Begaja Ratsaya Samongate Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaishya Guru Vaidurya Prabharatsaya Tatakataya Arate Samyaksham Buddhaya Teata Om Begaja Begaja Maha Begaja Begaja Ratsaya Samongate Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaishya Guru Vaidurya Prabharatsaya Tatakataya Arate Samyaksham Buddhaya Teata Om Begaja Begaja Maha Begaja Begaja Ratsaya Samongate Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaishya Guru Vaidurya Prabharatsaya Tatakataya Arate Samyaksham Buddhaya Teata Om Begaja Begaja Maha Begaja Begaja Ratsaya Samongate Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaijaya Guru Vaidurya Prabharatsaya Tatakataya Arate Samyaksham Buddhaya Teata Om Begaja Begaja Maha Begaja Begaja Ratsaya Samongate Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaijaya Guru Vaidurya Prabharatsaya Tatakataya Arate Samyaksham Buddhaya Teata Om Begaja Begaja Maha Begaja Begaja Ratsaya Samangate Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaijaya Guru Vaidurya Prabharatsaya Tatakataya Arate Samyaksham Buddhaya Teata Om Begaja Begaja Maha Begaja Begaja Ratsaya Samongate Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaijaya Guru Vaidurya Prabharatsaya Tatakataya Arate Samyaksham Buddhaya Teata Om Begaja Begaja Maha Begaja Begaja Ratsaya Samungate Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaijaya Guru Vaidurya Prabharatsaya Tatakataya Arate Samyaksham Buddhaya Teata Om Begaja Begaja Maha Begaja Begaja Ratsaya Samongate Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaijaya Guru Vaidurya Prabharatsaya Tatakataya Arate Samyaksham Buddhaya Teata Om Begaja Begaja Maha Begaja Begaja Ratsaya Samungate Swaha. Om Shanti 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 Shri Guru Pyo Namaha Hari Om. And now you meditate for a couple of minutes together. I will mute myself. Now, if you are in very, very, very deep meditation, you won't hear me. And that's okay. And if you are nicely in meditation, you can stay as long as you like. Maybe you need a couple of minutes, maybe even half an hour. Just stay as long as you like. And when you're ready, take a few deeper breaths. Move your body a bit and go on with your day. And I will stay here for a couple of minutes, just to be sure you are all right.
So I'm all right and I'm ready to go.
Yes.
And you know what you said, Bianca, was very important for me. I want to add that at the end of the meditation, I thought, why should I do more? I've done enough in many cases. And I think the question why should we do more comes up so often because we have expectations of what we should have done, even if we don't have a picture or a clear thought about it, but it's an internal expectation, doing the best possible, being as good as possible. But the question is really, why should we do more if we have already done enough?
Exactly. Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, beautiful.
So it's probably letting go of wanting to be perfect in a good way, but maybe what we did before was already perfect.
Yes, and another expression is less is more. You know that expression? I like that. Less is more. It is about optimum, not maximum.
Ja, dat is ook mooi.
Yeah. Oh, we'll put it on tiles, you know? And then tiles wisdom, we say in Dutch. Tegeltjeswijsheid. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you so much.
Okay, so thank you very much. Hopefully I see you on Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's not on Friday, but I'm working on Wednesday.
Oh, I hope so.
No, thank you, Vicky.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Vicky.
Thank you. Thank you. With love, dear. Okay,
Bye
have
bye.
a beautiful evening. Bye-bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Same for you. Bye.
Yeah, we let it.